foreign, Alice.
Hatter's counting on you.
We all are.
In any universe, what's in front is important, but what's behind defines the world. It's those characters that support the world that make you feel that it's a real place. Most of the characters in these films are in the book.
What are we going to do?
The White Rabbit is incredibly important in Alice in Wonderland.
In the first movie, he's the one that really gets her into Underland originally.
What's happening?
He's a little uptight, always worried about getting places on time.
He doesn't want Alice to get into any danger.
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
The Hatter's the matter.
Or the matter of the Hatter. The former. No, the latter.
Tweedledum and Tweedledee only appear in Looking Glass and not in Wonderland.
We'll split up together.
In the books, they're just absurd, and they're constantly fighting with each other, but they love each other. I just loved them being brought to life in these movies.
Tweedles are an amalgam of Matt Lucas's real face and a CG body, and so he was on set. Most of the voice actors were never on set because their characters were completely animated. He was in the scenes, he could ad-lib on set, and that stuff was really helpful to me, and I love his Tweedles. They're funny, and they're very sweet, and they're endearing, very much like the book.
It's not impossible, merely impossible.
The Cheshire Cat, sort of the all-knowing, all-seeing, showing up when you need him
Do try not to break the past, present, or future.
and disappearing when also you need him.
He is the most obtuse of the characters. He kind of comes in and out a lot. There's no rules about where he is when he is. The Cheshire Cat is in the book, of course, so it's fun to have a character that Lewis Carroll came up with. And really, I think he just wrote it as he saw cats, which were, you can never really tell what cats are thinking. You don't really know what's going on in their heads.
Would you like a spoon? Spoon.
Thackeray, to me, is just fantastic and really funny. He barely speaks. But when he does, he has this incomprehensible Scottish tongue he uses.
No room at the table. No room.
So really, his work is entirely in noises and reactions. And laughing, he laughs a huge amount.
Thackeray is just the embodiment of pure crazy insanity fun.
He's supposed to be following the story, but he's not. So a lot of times in the scenes, he's doing other stuff. He doesn't pay attention, which I also love about that character. Mannequin is the dormouse in the book. But what's fun about her is she has the most incredible laugh, a sort of giggle, which goes on forever.
I just can't find the time.
It's a brilliant idea to keep energy up in the scene, to have that laugh playing all the time.
Your attempts at mockery fall flat.
I changed her gender because I wanted her to have a little thing for the Hatter.
I can't bear to see him like this.
And Mannequin doesn't like Alice very much.
Don't be nice to her. She's late.
And gone too long, Alice.
Absalom, of course, in this film is not a caterpillar. He has become a butterfly. He has this strange sense of being eternal.
He's the embodiment of wisdom that transcends time and place.
All will become clear.
And of course, he's beautifully played by Alan Rickman, who I was a huge fan of, and I was unbelievably honoured to have worked with.
I thought you'd never get the idea, i.e. going through the mirror.
His performances are so fantastic. I didn't even need to offer him any advice because he knew the character so well. But he's also an interesting character because he appears to be helpful but isn't really helpful.
And do mind your step.
Any of those background characters, dodos, frogs, fish, are really taken from the Tenniel drawings. If you look at the world as he created it, it was partly human and partly animal. And often they're wearing costume, they're wearing Victorian outfits. And in the first movie, of course, Tim has his fantastic frog butlers who are really fun. So we wanted to make sure that the population of Wits End was part human, part animal.
Don't worry, men. We can do this.
Wilkins, of course, is not in the book. He was a new character. I wanted Time to be lonely, and his only companions are these ridiculous robots. Only one of him can speak.
Wilkins!
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you are.
And so Wilkins was superior intellectually to Time, but he was his servant, and therefore was stuck in this position.
You don't need a butler, do you, miss?
And that was a good dynamic.
These minuscule artisans are my seconds.
I'm always incredibly careful in putting together my background characters because for me they're like a jigsaw puzzle. Each piece has its own purpose. And then together they create an overall image of the world as it should be.
I always liked that girl.
Goodbye to you, my friend.